I've been raised in a community of exiles, of people who lost their country, of people who know what it's like to live somewhere else.
For me, America isn't just a country. It's the place that literally changed the history of my family. It's a nation of equal opportunity. It's the most powerful force for good that the world has ever known. This is the America that welcomed my parents.
And so now I know that every chance I have ever had and everything that I will ever accomplish, I owe to God, to my parents' sacrifices, and to the United States of America. America is the story of everyday people who did extraordinary things. A story woven deep into the fabric of our society. Their stories may never be famous, but in the lives they live, you will find the essence of America's greatness. And to make sure that America is still a place where tomorrow is always better than yesterday, that is what our politics should be about.
The reason why America is special, and what defines us as a people and as a nation, is the idea that anyone from anywhere can accomplish anything here, because we believe that every human being born anywhere on earth has a God-given right, not a law-given right, a God-given right to go as far as their talent and their work will take them.
I believe with all my heart that if we make the right choices, my children and your children and grandchildren will be the freest, most prosperous Americans ever. But if we don't make the right choices, if we stay on this road that this administration and that this Congress has us on, then they will be part of the first generation of Americans to inherit from their parents a diminished country.
A government that spends $1 trillion more than it takes in? An $800 billion stimulus that created more debt than jobs? A government intervention into health care paid for with higher taxes and cuts to Medicare, scores of new rules and regulations. These ideas don't move us forward. These ideas move us backwards. Around the world, because of the Obama-Clinton foreign policy, our allies no longer trust us, and our enemies no longer fear us. This is the road this president has placed us on. A government that increasingly controls every aspect of our life, from our health care choices to now even the internet. And a foreign policy that treats the Ayatollah in Iran with more respect than the Prime Minister of Israel.
So what happens if we diminish? What happens if we diminish because we can no longer afford to be the greatest country in the world? What happens if we diminish because our leaders decide we don't want to be the greatest country in the history of the world? What happens if we retreat? What happens is you'll leave a space, and that space will be filled by someone else. The only nations right now that can even try to do it are nations that don't believe in the things we believe in. And so in this 21st century, who will win? Whose idea will continue to spread across the globe? Will it be our ideas of freedom, democracy, and free enterprise? Or will it be their ideas of state-owned enterprises and totalitarianism? The greatest thing that we can do for the world is be America.
This new century presents us with significant challenges, but solving them are well within our reach. And if we do, our future will be even better than our history. And the 21st century will also be an American century.
For before us lies two very different roads. One road is the road that Washington and both parties have placed us on. It is the road of those, perhaps the first generation in our history, willing to allow their children to inherit all their mistakes and all the things they went wrong. And that, tragically, is the road that we are on right now. But there's another road. It is a road that says that our children deserve to inherit the greatest society in all of human history. It is a road that understands that the world is a safer and better place when America is the strongest country in the world. It is a road that realizes that there is still at least one place on this planet where it doesn't matter if your dad was a bartender and your mom was a maid. You can accomplish anything you want if you're willing to work hard for it and play by the rules. This is about whether we are going to be the first generation of Americans to leave our children worse off than ourselves, or the next generation that will allow them to inherit what they deserve. Inherit what we inherited. Give to them what every generation before us has given to the next. The single greatest nation in all of human history. God bless you. Thank you, and God bless America. Thank you very much.